I'm unexpectedly pregnant. What should I do? How do I come out to my very Catholic and slightly homophobic family? There is something I personally always think about, you know, whenever me and Eileen talk about possibly one day having a child. So yeah, that's my new go-to makeup. Hi sweeties, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I am gonna show you this new makeup I've been doing, and I'm not gonna say it's my everyday makeup because I don't do makeup every day, but it's like my go-to. And while I do that, I am gonna answer some of the questions you sent me on Instagram. But today's questions are gonna be very special because they are not questions about me. They will be basically you guys asking me for life advice, because as you know, I am very enlightened and I have so much knowledge and life experience, so of course I'm the right person to give you all advice. I used to have this series called No More Drama, which was basically me reading your emails and giving you advice. So I'm kind of like trying to recreate that, but instead of long emails, I'm gonna be answering short questions that you've sent me. So let me know in the comments if you like this new format or if you want me to go back to answering longer messages. But it'll be fun, so we'll just hang out and do makeup and talk about life as if you were here sitting in my living room with me. Yes, my vanity is in the living room. I know. But before we start, I just want to say that this video has been sponsored by Wrinkle. Yay! I am super excited and proud to be working with them because Wrinkle is this wonderful website where creators like me can really connect on a one-to-one level with their audience. So my Wrinkle profile is wrinkle.com/Julia Zelg, and there basically you can send me any questions and I will answer each one of them with a video made, you know, specifically for you, answering your question directly to you, like a one-to-one conversation. You know, if you're having a problem with your hair, for example, you can say, look, this is what's going on, what would you do? And I can film a little video telling you what I would personally do and send that straight to you privately. So it's just so fun. So if your question doesn't get answered in today's video, just click on the link in the description and ask that to me on Wrinkle, and I will love to answer that to you personally with a little video. There is a small fee you have to pay for this service, but all of my proceeds will go straight to the Albert Kennedy Foundation, which is this wonderful charity that supports homeless LGBT+ youth. So it'll be really fun because we'll get to connect and talk and also help a wonderful charity. Okay, so let's get into the video, let's do some makeup, let's answer some questions, and before we do that, please subscribe and activate the notifications so you know whenever I post a new video. Follow me on Instagram for amazing pictures that are totally gonna change your life, and give us a thumbs up because it really helps the channel. Okay, what do we do first? I'm gonna start with the makeup. I have shown you guys my like everyday makeup a few times before, but I always change it a little bit, and especially now that I've been getting into TikTok, I get so many like new makeup tips from TikTok that I try to incorporate into my routine. So right now I'm putting on some primer, and the one I'm using is this one by Bobbi Brown. Cute, cute, cute. And it's basically just like a moisturizer. I've seen a lot of people recommending this one, and to be honest, I don't I don't really know like what makes a good primer, but I enjoy this one and it smells nice. So my neighbors are like refurbishing. I hope you can't hear all the noise. Jesus. I've been for the last few months using this Bobbi Brown foundation as well. It's a full coverage foundation and the shade I'm using is Warm Sand. Now I am a little bit worried about this because when I went to their store, I asked them if their makeup was cruelty-free and they said yes, but when I got home I looked for it on the label and I couldn't find, you know, the little cruelty-free symbol. So I'm like, did they lie to me? Yeah, let me know in the comments if you know anything about Bobbi Brown. Like, let me know if it's cruelty-free or not, because I don't like buying makeup that isn't cruelty-free. And I'm just applying it with my beauty blender. I hope this foundation is cruelty-free because I do like it a lot. I think the coverage is really good and it lasts for the whole day. Really fabulous. Okay, next I'm gonna put on the Magic Star Concealer. Okay, so while I apply my concealer, I am gonna answer the first question. You're so calm and positive all the time. It looks like nothing really upsets you. What's your secret? It's funny to me that people perceive me like that because I'm actually not calm at all. Like I have anxiety and I really like overthink stuff. I don't think that I'm actually like that, you know, I might seem calm, but I'm not usually calm. Oh, and then I'm putting on some of this contouring thingy here. I don't know what brand this is, it's just like this. But I think chanting and meditating and things like that can help. Now I'm just blending it with the same beauty blender. And when it comes to being positive, there's this thing that I do that I think helps put me in the right mindset, like for the whole day. Basically, I started doing this quite recently, actually. When I wake up, before I even open my eyes, before I get my phone, before I say good morning to my wife and stuff, I just like think about everything I'm grateful for. So usually I think, you know, I'm grateful for having good health, I'm grateful for my family, you know, that type of thing. And I've noticed that I've started being like a lot more positive once I started doing this every morning, because I go through my day thinking, oh, you know, if something goes wrong, that's okay, because look at all these other wonderful things I have in my life. I'm so lucky. So that keeps me positive for sure. And the next question is, what's the best way to practice self-love? So I personally struggled a lot with self-esteem and self-love things. You know, I've always been a very, very caring person with others, but I never felt like I could do that to myself, because whenever I did that, and whenever I made choices and did things to look after myself, I would feel like I was being selfish. But my therapist said something to me that really changed everything, really changed my life. She said that you need to think of yourself as a child, you know, as your child. So you need to kind of like parent yourself. So for example, if you had a child, you wouldn't let them not have breakfast and lunch. You would make sure, you know, they're fed and that they're eating something healthy and good. So you need to do that for yourself too. You can't just like skip meals or just eat crap, because you wouldn't do that to your kid. Or like you wouldn't let your kid be friends with people who disrespect them and bully them, so why would you allow that to happen to yourself? And that really changed my life. And sometimes, you know, when you're making a decision that kind of like prioritizes your happiness instead of other people's happiness, at least I would usually feel selfish doing that. But if you think of yourself as your child, you think, oh no, I need to protect this person, I need to do, you know, whatever it takes to keep this person safe and healthy as long as it doesn't hurt others. So that really helps a lot. Okay, now I'm just setting my face. Now that I finished blending the concealer and the contour, I'm just setting my face with this setting powder. I'm putting like a lot of it on and I'll just let it bake. Okay, the next question is, should I forgive? By the way, I'm not saying anyone's names because I promised privacy, you know, in case someone is asking something that they don't want anyone to know about. So this person said, should I forgive my girlfriend for calling me a and refusing to apologize? I mean, I think it really depends like of the context, because if you like kicked a puppy or something and then she called you a then, you know, then I don't blame her. But like in 90% of the situations, I think that's unforgivable and you shouldn't talk to your partner like that. So unless you did something like really awful for her to say that to you, then if she really refuses to apologize, then I don't think you should forgive. But, you know, talk to her. Tell her that it really upsets you and that it's really gonna have an impact on your relationship if she carries on refusing to apologize. Okay, now I am setting the contoured portion of my face with this setting powder. Don't know this brand, I got it in Brazil, but it's vegan and cruelty free, which I like, and paraben free. Oh my god. Okay, this person is saying, I'm unexpectedly pregnant. What should I do? Wow. Well, you know, because you're saying it wasn't planned. You need to just think whether or not you want to have the baby, whether you have the means or not to have the baby and look after it. I think you should talk to the other parent and you should talk to your family, but ultimately it is your decision and you shouldn't let anyone make that choice for you. You know, just think about whether or not you want to be a parent and also if you have enough money and all that, because that's, you know, you don't want to bring a child into the world if you're not going to be able to care for them. But that's something only you can decide. You know, I obviously can't get accidentally pregnant because gay, but if I could, you know, if biology was different, I would, at this point in life, I would keep it, even if it, you know, if it wasn't planned, because I think I would be a good mother and I would enjoy having a baby, but I can't choose that for you, obviously. I don't know where your circumstances are. Okay, now I am gonna get my Orgy palette to do my eyebrows, and I'm gonna use the shade Body. This one right here because it's quite light. You know, it works for my complexion, I think. Oh, and one thing that I do is I always brush my eyebrows up like this before I start filling them in. I'm gonna use some gel as well, but that's like after, to make them stay kind of up like this a little bit. But first I do the eyeshadow. So, oh yeah, so I'm using an angled brush like this. And I'm not gonna make it too thick or anything. I'm just gonna like fill the eyebrows in. I'm gonna like kind of follow the natural shape of the eyebrow. Just make it look a little bit tidier. I'm in my last year of school and I don't know what to do next. How and when did you know? I love you. Oh, thank you so much. I love you too. Well, for me, I always knew I wanted to do music because it was just like a huge passion of mine. And I didn't even consider anything else. I was like 100% sure that that's what I wanted to do. However, I wish someone had said to me at the time that I should also think about, you know, the financial side of things, because I didn't. I was, you know, I was young and I believed in my dreams and I was like, you know, I just want to do what I love. I don't care about money. And, you know, it worked out. In the end, it was fine. I'm not saying like, don't do what you love. Do what you love. But also, you know, take your finances and stuff into consideration. Because sometimes you go to college and uni and you spend so much money and then you end up like not being able to get a job after, or you get a job but you don't make like that much money. So if you like a subject, really look into what professions, you know, you could get into if you got that degree, and look up how much they make and everything and see if that's okay with you. How do I come out to my very Catholic and slightly homophobic family? That's the next question. I think it depends whether or not you still live with them. If you do, I wouldn't personally come out just yet, because if you know for a fact that they're homophobic and very religious and stuff, they're possibly gonna like not accept you and make your life a living hell and stop you from being with your partner if you have one. So maybe wait a little bit until you live on your own and you have your job and you're independent, so you know you can just tell them, and if they're upset with you, it sucks, but at least that won't affect your life too much. That's what I would do. Okay, now I'm gonna do the gel. That's my favorite part. And this is something I've been doing since I started watching TikTok. So my eyebrows are a little bit like more natural and stuff. Well, apart from the glitter. So I am gonna use this, it's like hair gel, but it's a Hello Kitty one and it's sparkly. And I'm gonna use a brush like this. I think that's usually for mascara, but that's what I'm gonna use. So I am gonna put a little bit of gel on the brush. Not too much. Gonna spread it around a little bit like this. And then I'm gonna carefully brush my eyebrow up. Just makes it look a little bit nicer. You see the difference? It kind of just, you know, lifts your face a little bit. And then I like to go ahead and put just a little bit more concealer right here. You know, after I'm done actually drawing in the eyebrows, so I can make sure the shape is on point. And I just blend it with my finger like this. that helps, you know, highlight this bone here as well. Okay, now this next step has really improved my makeup looks lately. I used to do this only when I was doing like a more dramatic and extreme look, but lately I've been doing it for most makeup looks and I think it really helps. I think this is something some drag queens do. So basically I've got some sticky tape and I'll stick it on my face like this. So it's creating a straight line from the outer corner of your eyes to your eyebrows. And that's gonna make sure that everything you do, you know, like your eyeshadow and your eyeliner, that's all in that same angle and it's going up. It's lifting your face, lifting your eyes a little bit, kind of like a foxy eye type of look. I find this very helpful to make sure you're always snatched. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with a fluffy brush and the shade Bed or Floor. And I'm just gonna apply it on my crease. Now, usually I would do like an arch like this, but lately, because of this whole like foxy eye type of thing, I've been doing like an angle. So like from here to here, like this. Kind of like slightly going up. You see what I mean? It's still a little bit curved, but more like this. And then obviously you don't have to worry about the angle or about it being messy here because of the tape. And now I'm gonna go in with a slightly darker shade. This one is called Safe Sex. And I'm just gonna apply like slightly further down. So we have this kind of like fading effect. Okay, this next question is very interesting. Do you have any advice for age gap couples on wanting a kid but being afraid to be a single parent someday? Yeah, I know the feeling exactly. There is something I personally always think about, you know, whenever me and Eileen talk about possibly one day having a child. And it's something I'm not like 100% sure about, to be honest. I keep going back and forth for that reason specifically, you know. I don't worry too much about myself because I think, you know, I could do it. My mom was a single parent and she was wonderful, and, you know, and she managed. But I worry about the child, you know, because it would be a painful thing to lose a parent, you know, probably early in life. But I was talking to a friend about this and she said something that I thought was really true. She said that there are people sometimes who are in your life for a short amount of time, but they have such a huge impact on the person you are, you know, such a positive impact. She was talking about grandparents, for example. Most people lose their grandparents quite early in life for obvious reasons, but that doesn't mean they can't have a huge impact and you're still glad you had them in your lives, even though it's so upsetting when they pass away. So I think that's a more positive way of thinking about that when it comes to having a child later in life. Okay, so now I am getting this shade called Invitation Only, and I am applying it just to the very crease of my eye, just right here. My girlfriend has lost all of her sex drive and I don't know what to do. Well, I think the first step is really talking to her about it, because sometimes I know it's easy to be like a little bit shy about it because you don't want to pressure the person and you might feel self-conscious. You might think it's because they don't fancy you anymore. But I think the best thing to do is to get over that and just communicate and, you know, ask her, why do you think that's happening? Is it because things are not as interesting between us anymore? Or is it like menopause? I don't know what your wife's circumstances are, but talk about it, because it might be something that can be easily solved and you can just kind of like make a plan. I mean, I know it's not the sexiest thing to do, but sometimes when you've been in a relationship for a while, if you don't like kind of plan things, they don't happen naturally anymore. So at least to get like things started, you could plan, you know, like maybe every Friday you have like date night and you cook for her and whatever, and you watch a movie together and ask her what she thinks would work for her and what would get her juices flowing. Sorry. Or she might want to see a doctor as well after you talk, because sometimes it can be a hormonal thing. Okay, so I am gonna apply a little bit of gender fluid this color right here, just with my finger a little bit, like just gonna put some of it right in the middle of my eyelid, like this. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, that's such a cute color, I like it. Don't worry, I'm gonna blend it all in a sec. And then I'm gonna get some white eyeshadow and I'm gonna apply some to the inner corner of my eye, like this, and some right under my eyebrows. What's your advice on moving to another country? Okay, so many of you know I've moved to the UK, you know, originally from Brazil, and I moved here on my own when I was 18. I had no money and stuff. And I'm glad I did it, but at the time it was very, very rough. And part of it was because I didn't follow this advice I'm about to give you. So if I could go back in time, you know, this is what I would do, but I didn't do it. So first I would say, before making a decision, you know, whether or not you want to move to that country, you should go there and see if you like it. Because when I moved to London, that was actually my first international trip. I had never left Brazil. So although I loved it, it was a little bit of a shock because it was just so different. I felt like I had just been dropped on another planet. It was just so different. I had never been abroad. I was like, whoa, I feel so alien. So it would have been nice to have known what to expect. Also, make sure you save as much money as you can, because unexpected things can happen and you'll always have a better time moving somewhere if you have enough money. So, you know, I know you might be like very excited and you want to go as soon as possible, but do like save some money before you go. Also, another thing that helps is, you know, if you're moving somewhere where they speak a different language, that is not your first language, make sure you learn as much of the language as you can before you move. And don't get like too confident about it. Just like if you feel like you already speak that language, still study it. Because before I moved here, I thought I could kind of speak English. I knew it wasn't good, but I thought I would be okay. But once I got here, I didn't understand anything. And it was scary and embarrassing and just, you know, problematic. So make sure you know the language as much as you can. Okay, so now it's time for some eyeliner. And I'm using like a felt tip eyeliner, and basically I'm gonna like draw a line from the tape to my eye. So first make sure that line is straight, and then you just fill it in like this. And then this line over here will be straight because of the tape. Okay, so now it's time to remove the tape. Let's see if it worked. Yes! I mean, I still have to make this bit here a little bit straighter, but yes, it kind of worked. I think it worked. Ooh! So now I'm just gonna, you know, apply some eyeshadow down here and then do mascara and all that stuff. How do I stop caring what others think so much? Well, one thing that helped me is knowing that people aren't actually that bothered. Like, everybody is pretty much focused on themselves most of the time, you know, because humans are just like that. People are like self-centered and stuff. So if you think, you know, oh my god, people think my outfit is too crazy, people think this, people think that, chances are they're not even paying attention. Or if they are, you know, they're not too bothered. They are worried about what people are thinking about them. So just go for it. And also, you know, you only live once, so just do whatever makes you happy, and who cares? Woohoo! Advice for what to do when your girlfriend breaks up with you and ghosts you right after. Ooh, that's mean! I mean, I don't understand why people are like that. I don't know why people can just be friends after they break up, unless, you know, you break up in a very dramatic way. But seeing as, you know, she's being like that and she's just full on ignoring you, which is awful, you just have to move on. You just have to do what you can to try to think of other things. Whenever you start thinking about her, just like focus and change your thoughts, you know, and think about something else. I know it's difficult, but, you know, do your best. And also, I know this is probably like not the best thing to say, but it's so true. Like the best way to get over someone is to find somebody else because that's definitely gonna keep your mind busy and your thoughts away from her. So maybe just, you know, I'm not saying get into a relationship, but maybe just go on Tinder and just date a little bit. Like whatever you do, don't just like keep texting her and stuff if she's ignoring you, because that's just humiliating and that's gonna have the opposite effect from what you wanted to do. Like, you know, it's just gonna leave you exposed and she's gonna be in a position of power and you don't want that. That sucks. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you how I've been doing my eyelashes. That has changed a lot lately because of TikTok mostly. So I'm gonna start by curling my eyelashes like this before I put mascara on. Now I am gonna put on some mascara. This is the same brand that I got in Brazil. I don't know if they have in other countries, but it's vegan and cruelty free and it's quite good. Actually, I really like their mascara. So I'm just putting it on normal, not too many layers. I don't want it to look crazy or anything. And I do my bottom lashes as well. Okay, so now I'm gonna let my eyelashes dry a little bit before I curl them again. And in the meantime, I'm gonna put on some blush. I actually don't have any blush, so I'm gonna use this color called Blowout from the same eyeshadow palette. And I'm just gonna apply it like here to my cheekbones and stuff. Well, just above my cheekbones really. And to my nose. So we get that very like cute, like TikTok look. Rosy cheeks. Rosy nose. Well, this is a more like orangey color to be honest, but I think that works with this makeup. I like it, yeah, so I'm putting quite a bit on. I never used to wear blush, but I do now. I don't always like follow trends and stuff, but this is a trend that I actually like and think is really cute. Oh, and now I'm gonna put it, woo! Almost dropped it. Now I'm gonna put on some highlighter just under the blush, so like right on the cheekbones. And I put a little bit on my nose as well, and definitely here on my brow bone. Oh, lovely, I'm glowing. Okay, so now that my mascara is dry, I'm gonna curl it one more time for some extra lift. And now I'm gonna put on some half fake eyelashes. Now, fake eyelashes are something that I just started getting into recently because I usually find them a bit uncomfortable, but they really make a big difference. And then I saw on TikTok that they have things like this. It is just half an eyelash, so it's just, you know, for the edge of your eye, and that, my friends, is amazing because that helps lift up your eyes and give you that foxy eye type of look as well. Oh, I love it. And it's also much more comfortable because I always found that, you know, the uncomfortable part of fake eyelashes was like this inner corner here that it would always like come off and it would be like pointy and poke me in the eye. So this makes it so much easier and more comfortable and everything. Love it. So I usually apply the glue and then I let it like not dry, but just get a little bit stickier, you know, so I wait a few seconds before I actually put on the eyelash. In the meantime, let's answer another question. How do I flirt with women? Well, I'm not the best at flirting myself because I'm very shy. But I think, you know, something that you can do that is just nice and not too out there if you're also shy is to just compliment them. You know, say that you like their outfit or their eyes or whatever, you know, whatever you actually like. You know, don't lie. Pick something you actually like and yeah, just give them some compliments. I think everybody likes that. Or maybe, you know, like touch their hands or something, or lean closer to them a little bit or whatever. Okay, let's get this baby on. Like this, I don't even need tweezers because my fake nails are so long. Honestly, they're like tweezers. So now while that dries, I'm gonna apply some lipstick. Now that's something that I do different every time. I try to match my lipstick with my outfit. Today I feel like red lipstick, so I'm gonna use this one called Red Velvet by Lime Crime, which is just a beautiful shade of red. Ta-da! Ooh, what do you think? I am pretty happy with it. I mean, the lips are very red and I've overlined a little bit, so they're very like in your face. But I like it. So yeah, that's my new go-to makeup. Hold on, let's take a closer look. Ooh, fashion, style, glamour. I hope you liked it, and that's gonna be it for today. So let me know in the comments if you have any video suggestions or requests. I'd be happy to try to film some of them, and also please make sure you send me a question on wrinkle. I'm super excited about that, and yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a very, very lovely day. Mwah!